Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days.
Alright, what up, y'all? Planet of the Fakes here, and this is fucked up. You're watching the Waukegan, and that's Illinois City. Police tail a car that they just shot in. Yeah, they just shot in that car. No, they didn't. They actually shooting now. He shoots in that car that they was just chasing. And they killed a teenager by the name of Marcellis Stinnette. And there was also another woman in the car that also got shot. Her name was Tafara Williams. And basically, this was an illegal stop. The cops basically stopped them for nothing, then lied and said the teen had a warrant. When they went back to the car to look for a warrant, they didn't have one, and the teen knew he didn't have one. At that point, the car drives off, and police follows them. And that's what you saw right there, basically just police following them, right? But she hits the curb, panicking, running from police, and attempts to back the car up, and that's when the police officer decided to shoot. They had no reason to chase them. He never had a reason to stop them. He stopped them because he claimed the teen had a warrant. The teen didn't have a warrant. You see the car? It just sped right now. Police following them. So right now the police was trying to arrest them for resisting arrest, though they had no reason to arrest them, period. Therefore having no reason to stop them. Look. And that was after they got shot. Yup. He shot the driver and killed the teen passenger, Marcellis Stinnette. And basically people are protesting. The commander did a press conference. People was calling him a liar at the press conference. And it's just a messed up story. I was going to go live on it, but we got enough videos that explain the tale. I'm also going to... I'll probably just put the press conference at the website. So if you want to see the press conference and the protest, go to our website, click the article link in the description. Other than that, these videos are basically going to sum it up. And this is just like a Breonna Taylor on the road, because they had no reason to stop them. They had no reason to lie about the teen having a warrant, and he definitely had no reason to chase them. But police is so hell-bent on not looking like losers in public that they will actually, you know what I'm saying, break the rules and break the law. And that's what they did here. Look. And that's them driving past police, and there go the police chasing them for no reason. And it's sad. Teenager lost his life, and a woman's forever traumatized. Send prayers out to their family. With that being said, what you heard and saw was the content. For additional content, click the link in the description. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, visit my community wall, and if you have time, go to www.amore-eka.com/TV. That's our Planet of the Fakes too. We are the new umbrella. Planet
of the Fakes for families. And Pigstar HH News. Waukegan mayor planning to release police shooting video after being viewed by families of those shot. Facing another shutdown that could cause permanent closures, restaurant and bar owners are demanding public officials prove they're causing the spike in COVID-19 cases. Waukegan, ill. WLS. Waukegan Mayor Sam Cunningham said he plans to release video of a deadly police shooting after families of those shot view them, possibly this week. Marcellis Stinnette died in the shooting last week. His girlfriend Tafara Williams was injured. The officer who shot Stinnette and Williams told investigators he opened fire on the car as it sped in reverse toward him. Waukegan police have released limited body camera video from a police shooting last week that killed a 19-year-old man and left a 20-year-old woman hospitalized. That officer has been fired due to what the police department called multiple policy violations. Both Illinois State Police and the FBI are investigating the shooting. Lake County State's Attorney Michael Nerheim said he asked the U.S. Justice Department to review the circumstances surrounding the shooting. Tafara Williams and the family of Marcellis Stinnette speak after the fatal incident. Williams' family said she was shot in the stomach and hand, and remains hospitalized. While Stinnette's family maintains that he died at the scene, police said he died at the hospital. Why did you shoot? I didn't do nothing wrong. I have a license. You didn't tell me I was under arrest. Why did you just flame up my car like that? Why did you shoot? Williams asked from her hospital bed. When I got there, she said, Mama, they just shot us for nothing, said Clifton Johnson, mother of Williams. My daughter said she put her hand up, and if she didn't put her hand up, she said, Mama, I would be dead. Thank you very, very, very much. Go to www.amer-eca.com.
Waukegan's mayor says he plans to release video of a deadly police shooting. Families of those who were shot view them, possibly this week. Marcellis Stinnette died in the shooting last week. His girlfriend, Tafara Williams, was injured. The officer who shot Stinnette and Williams told investigators he opened fire on the car as it sped in reverse toward him. That officer has been fired because of what the police department called multiple policy violations. Both the Illinois State Police and the FBI are investigating the shooting.
Waukegan police say it started with reports of a suspicious vehicle. The first officer approaches Tafara Williams' car with her boyfriend in the passenger seat.
You're Marcellis, right?
Yeah, for what?
Yeah, you're under arrest, man.
Why?
Because I said. I ain't playing with you because I know you. Marcellis, you're under arrest. Because you got a warrant.
ABC 7 could not find any open warrants out for Marcellis Stinnette's arrest. His family's attorney says he couldn't either. Moments later, Williams and Stinnette drive off.
Hey! And they just ran me over.
As the first officer calls out over the radio, a second officer spots Williams' car. Both the second officer's dash cam and surveillance cameras show her car speed around a corner, hopping a curb, and then immediately reversing. It's then that you hear multiple gunshots. Another camera angle shows her car backing across the street and crashing into a building.
There is no doubt that the use of force here was excessive. There were constitutional violations across the board here.
Waukegan officials say the officer who fired the deadly shots didn't properly activate his body camera to capture the shooting.
This was a breach of Waukegan Police Department policy and one of the reasons for the officer's termination.
I was right behind you. You almost tried to run me over. Why did you shoot us?
What is it about young black people that makes police officers want to pull triggers?
My brother didn't die for no reason. He died for change. He was killed, he was innocent, and we want justice.
His family says the officer never even bothered to help Marcellis Stinnette. They continue to demand that the officer be criminally charged.
There's crime scene tape on this location right now. There's also conflicting reports as to exactly how this police-involved shooting unfolded. Residents are saying that police just fired on this car, but police are telling a much different story here in Waukegan. This area is where 19-year-old Marcellis Stinnette took his last breaths Tuesday, right before midnight on Helmholtz Avenue and Martin Luther King Avenue in Waukegan. His family wants answers.
He was a baby. He had so much life ahead of him.
Marcellis was a passenger in the car that was fired on by a Waukegan police officer. He died. His girlfriend is recovering from the shooting in the hospital. Daryl says he saw and heard the shooting.
He did yell stop. I heard him yell stop. But when he did that, he already had his gun pointed at him. I think he hit her, and when he hit her, her foot hit that gas.
He says the dark-colored car spun around in the street, eventually careening into this building that has since been repaired. Waukegan police tell the story differently. They say the car Marcellis was in was stopped here on Oak and Liberty and took off. Another officer spotted the car. Commander Navarro says this is what happened next.
The suspected vehicle from the prior incident began to reverse towards the officer. The officer drew his duty weapon and fired into the vehicle.
No weapons were found in the car. There are cameras on the outside of No Scope Packaging Company where it all happened. Waukegan PD says body and dash cam video is in the hands of investigators.
We definitely want accountability to take place for his actions.
In less than 24 hours, this case has been handed over to Illinois State Police. As for the officer, he does have 5 years on the job. Right now, he's on administrative leave. The family plans to have a march right here in Waukegan Thursday at noon. From Waukegan, Tia Ewing, Fox 32 News.
Planet of the Fakes and Pigstar HH News. The officer is heard in the video asking if his name is Marcellis and then informs him he is under arrest. His girlfriend asked, why? And the officer responds, because I said, the only people whose fault it is are the ones driving. They fled a traffic light and speed away. I don't know why they always have to say police fault, which in both cases they both are involved. I just didn't get it asking for justice when in all the cases of black people involved they always refuse what police ask you. If a police officer instructs you to do something within reason, whether there is a reason in your mind or not, you obey and clarify afterwards. Don't escalate a situation by disobeying what the officer told them and causing a tragedy. My prayers for the family, but she has to face consequences also for her actions and behavior. If you are not doing anything wrong, why speed off? Just a thought, Jorge Cervantes. So you think speeding off is a death sentence? So you think not following police orders is a death sentence? You're pretty slow, bro. There was no immediate danger to the officer himself. Eggy Fabian Patlin, not at all, but unfortunately backing up in the direction of an officer will bring consequences. Death is never the answer to anything, but we don't have the shooting officer camera view to know how close the vehicle came to him. Attempting to speed off a second time after a short pursuit, at that point there is much more at risk. Just my opinion. The problem was not the officers, the problem is why she leave the officer do them job. We have to listen. When they said, oh, tell you get out the car, but she decided run. Why did she leave? Why did she lie? This is beyond sad. He didn't deserve this. I am speechless. A young man, a young father, a child has lost a father. Carrie Jones cause he lied about the warrant she shouldn't have pulled off, that's a fact. But where is it that if you speed off from the police they can shoot you? Seems to me he had something against them. Why not let them go, and come back and get a arrest? He knew both of them and where they live. He even lied and said he ran over the car, never touch him. Rest in peace to the young man. Yes, this video is definitely altered. The last video you see a man just magically appeared out of nowhere right before the crash. My prayers go out to the family. Person with folded hands, medium dark skin tone. Person with folded hands, medium dark skin tone. I feel for the family that lost their loved one. After watching this video, I feel like the public wasn't given the entire truth from the surviving victim. You can see them clearly speeding away from pursuing officers. I know that the current state of how the world is that we as black individuals can get scared when approached by the police. If you're innocent of a crime, why not pull your vehicle over? Comply with the officers as far as identifying yourself. If you have no warrants, then you're free to go. The driver clearly fled the scene, almost injuring the officer with the vehicle. At that point the car is a weapon in which you just committed assault. All of this BS resulted in a young brother losing his life, a family losing their loved one. Be accountable for your actions. Man shrugging, medium skin tone people. Regardless if there was a warrant or not, she shouldn't have sped off. Then on top of it you lied about who you were, even though the officer knew of your identity, which is why he got short with them. The couple shouldn't have been shot, but don't escalate a dire situation by making yourself look suspect and turning your car into a supposed chase weapon. The climate in the country is already tense between police and black people. Use common sense and intelligence in these situations. The only thing that replays in my mind was the fact that she said she heard her child's father, still breathing, and they covered him with a sheet as if they wanted him to die. That right there was enough for me. Broken heart, broken heart, broken hearted. How or what happened? There was no reason to fire into that car, especially with him being a passenger. No excuse at all. Lie or not it. She got up there as she should. He couldn't even tell them why he was under arrest. He went from being under arrest cause he said so to cause he had a warrant. She probably felt something was gonna happen. They was on BSI. What a GTFO too. It guff what she lied about. They never hit that officer, so it wasn't no reason for them to be shot at. Why the bullets though? Why start shooting instead of getting out of the patrol car and apprehending them? She already crashed the car, so how easy was it to just apprehend it and arrest? Barraged of bullets and no weapons involved. The white man that shoot and killed an officer and injured several other after shooting his wife, he's alive. Why would you run? Why? This ain't no reason protest. She fucked up. He get out car, he's still alive. She made like they was just sitting in car. Damn lie. They sped off. Evaded police. Only person responsible is her. Right is right and wrong is wrong. No, he shouldn't died, but this is all on her. Recordings go both ways. She killed that boy. And now lying. Camera says it all right. And Donnie Reed, why did the camera turn off during the shooting if the cop was so innocent? Nico Swopes. I know. I'm just now seeing that. I apologize for saying that about this young lady. No one deserves that. It just sad situation all the way around. She should have never fled from the officer during a stop, and almost hitting him. That particular officer wasn't a threat. She made that decision. And the end result is that poor young man lost his life. Thank you very, very, very much. Go to www.ammer.
Afternoon, Julie. Tafara Williams, who survived last week's deadly police-involved shooting here in Waukegan, speaking out for the first time from her hospital bed. She's still recovering from that police-involved shooting that claimed the life of her boyfriend. Tafara Williams' brother, along with other family members, this midday demanding justice.
JUSTICE. That's all we asking for.
Marcellis was sitting in the passenger seat, and an officer arrived and pulled up behind my parked car. He didn't turn on his lights or sirens. He got out the police car, so I rolled down my windows and turned on all the lights inside the car so the officer could see I had no weapons and I wasn't doing anything illegal. The officer called Marcellis by name. He asked me, was I Tafara? And told me I was Marcellis' baby mother. Then he started harassing Marcellis. He stood near the car with his left hand on his gun. And he said to Marcellis, I know you from jail. I asked the officer if we were free to leave. I asked him if we were under arrest. The officer took a few steps away from the car and got on his cell phone. I drove away very slowly because I was scared to get out of the car. I drove out to MLK and turned onto it. The officer was not following me. The police lights were not on. When I turned on to MLK, it seemed like there was another officer there waiting for us. There was a crash and I lost control. The officer was shooting at us. The car ended up slamming into a building. I kept screaming, I don't have a gun. But he kept shooting. He told me to get out of the car. I had my hands up and I couldn't move because I had been shot. Marcellis had his hands up. I kept asking him why he was shooting. Marcellis kept shaking. More officers came and were pointing their guns at us. My blood was gushing out on my body. The officers started yelling. They wouldn't give us an ambulance until we got out the car. When I moved, blood seemed to pour out of my body on the floor of the car, on the ground, everywhere, man. I could hear Marcellis still breathing. I told them, please don't shoot. I have a baby. We have a baby. We don't want to die. An officer dragged me away from Marcellis. I begged him to take him first because he had just got surgery not too long ago. They ignored me. They laid Marcellis on the ground and covered him up with a blanket while he was still breathing. I know he was still alive. And they took that away from me instead of letting, oh man. Sorry. He was still breathing. Oh man. And they took me away instead of letting him. Man, they took me away. And allowed him to die. They wanted us to bleed out on the ground. They wanted us to die. Please take me off.
Southbound on MLK, passing south. They're going west on Helm Hose. They just 50. Get out of the fucker!
around the Liberty on 595. You're southbound on okay. Passing south. We're going west on Humboldt. That's Liberty, you know.
Aren't you the dude that got in an accident? You got in an accident, right? What's your name? Huh? King. Thought you were Stinnette. I thought you were one of the Stinnette kids, right? Right? Yeah. What's your first name? What's your first name? For what? You're Marcellis, right?
Yeah, for what?
Yeah, you're under arrest, man.
Why?
Because I said. No, dude. Hey, come on, show me the hands, pal. I ain't playing with you because I know you. Marcellis, you're under arrest. Because you got a warrant. I got Marcellis Stinnette here. What's your name, man? Record, that's recording too. Marcellis, you're under arrest, pal.
10-4, 3253 direction. Whether you know.
You ain't coming out. Hey! Hey, they just ran me over. Hey, they're south on Genesee from Liberty. 322 Victor 455. It's Tafara Williams driving, and she's got Marcellis Stinnette in the front passenger. Genesee towards the Amstuts. She lives over here on Liberty.
I was right behind you. You almost tried to run me over. I'm good. I don't know about the car, man.
Hey, are you okay?
Two 274. We need a signal 5 out here. I did.
You did?
They almost ran me over.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry, I was backing up.
Shut down southbound traffic. If something gets shut down northbound traffic.
74. Need to start EMS. Hey, we got a car coming down. We got a car coming this way. Stop! Stop!
What up, y'all? Planet of the Fakes, king of content. Thank you for looking at my video. And also, I need y'all to basically follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is it ain't even POTF. It's just planet_of_the fakes. Planet_of_the fakes. Subscribe to all my channels too. Mainly Planet of the Fakes, Umbrella Corp, POTFS, Planet of the Fakes Women Group, Planet of the Fakes 4KDZ. And make sure you like us on Facebook. Just put POTFS Global News. Thanks for watching our video, and definitely make sure you visit www.amor-chica.com/TV, and that's basically where you see thousands of videos on our website, unflaggable, uncopyrightable. You could be there too. Just get your content together. King of content, queens of content, Planet of the Fakes too. We are a platform. With that being said, what you heard and saw was the content. For additional content, click the link in the description. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, visit my community wall, and if you have time, go to www.amor-chica.com/TV. That's our Planet of the Fakes too. We are the new umbrella, Planet of. And I wanted to bring some things to your attention. Oh, you know I'm going to follow that. You know I'm going to follow that. I'm going to follow that. Oh, I'm definitely going to follow that. I'm following that. I'm following that. Following that. Skip, 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 skip. Skip, 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 skip. Oh, I'm following that. 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 Oh, I'm following that. I'm following